What is up, guys? It is your boy Shocker the 96 Schedule here with a special little video I wanted to do here. I want to give you guys my thoughts, opinion of a review, sort of Resident Evil 3's remake. Be granted, if you have not seen this game yet, which you all should have, it's been out early this month. It's been now roughly, I would estimate about, excuse me, probably 9 days, I'm pretty sure. It's been out for over a week, so if you're still not there, be warned, you know that it's still a bit of a spoiler of sorts and stuff, so just understand that. But if you're all here, let's dive into this, you guys can, and you want to see more like reviews on games and stuff like that, hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to Real Shocker Crew today, and if all else, let's get into this. So, my opinions on Resident Evil 3 Remake. First off, a lot of people are probably wondering why I'm covering this since I'm not really a Resident Evil player. Well, here's the thing about me. I'm a type of guy that is a peaked interest when it comes to the video games. When it comes to video games, like, there are some video games I love to watch a series of, but I just don't see myself playing it, not because of the hard difficulty, not that it scares me or whatever and stuff like that. They're just games I enjoy to watch. Like, I watch people do, and there's also like the series have cutscenes, which people tend on YouTube to make the cutscenes into a movie and stuff like that, and I I love it. I love watching cutscenes of video games in general. It's so nice, so refreshing, and it really gives you like another movie to watch that's basically free. Excuse me. As you know, like really good stuff. So that's what I am with Resident Evil 3's Resident Evil series. I've watched shout outs to the South Star Productions. I believe I believe that's your YouTube channel. They have done so many Resident Evil movies combining several Resident Evil games into one to tell Resident Evil movie stories and stuff like that. Like they are amazing individuals that are so talented and stuff. It's really awesome. And they are just very talented. But I want to talk because I have seen the game Resident Evil 3, and I've seen the remake and stuff like that. So, I want to give you guys my thoughts and opinions. There's one thing that I don't like about this game, and that there is so much cut content from this game. And I think that's the main thing people hate. Hate about this game. Is they honestly hate the fact that there was a lot of cut content from this game. Meaning, like, things with the, I guess, drill worm or something like that, instances of the park, the clock tower, and stuff like that. There was, like, so many of these things that were taken out of the game and weren't in the new remake, which is very is like very like not great. Like you basically took apart some moments from the original and didn't bother putting in the remake. I feel like that's kind of telling you're gonna rush a game, but I'm not here to critique this game. I want to say this though. They changed up this game completely to where it's a brand new game. Where literally at the beginning of the game, Nemesis comes at ya, and you're starting to run from him already. Then you see Brad Victor. You get to see him actually try to escape the zombies. He still gets bit by the zombies. But instead of Brad Victor being killed by Nemesis, he basically turns into the zombie, which explains where if you have played Resident Evil 2, and I believe it's depending on your clip of A or B, whichever, Leon or Claire or something like that, you actually can kill Brad Victor as a zombie in that game and get a special rewards thing after completing a certain task in the game. But basically, we got to see the story of how Marvin got injured, how everyone, how he got injured, what happened, and everything like that. The one thing that I found really cool, but also found a little weird, is for one, they never went to a church. They never interacted with a clock tower. There was only like a boss battle of Nemesis around the clock tower and stuff like that. But other than that, there wasn't much. They took in Resident Evil 3. One of the cool things about it is they gave you options as scenarios. Like they gave you options to fight Nemesis and get stuff to equip and better off your gun and stuff like that. But they didn't give you those options. Now, I personally don't think the options thing not in the game is not terrible. Like, I don't think that was a hit or miss thing. If I'm being honest with you. I could see it being taken out. But again, like, some of the kind of major moments being taken out kind of really hinders the game. Like, also, I really don't like Nemesis transformation. Like, he had an extra transformation, because everyone remembers him and only having roughly 2 forms in the original. With him just running around, and then want him with his jacket off, and having his tentacles start spewing out everywhere. And then obviously the final boss, he's not even like a thing anymore, when he turns into a thing or something like that. But in this game, he has his basic transformation. Then he has this weird, like, mutated animal dog whatever thing. I don't know why. It just seemed really, really weird. And stuff like that. So it was weird. Because that's not how Nemesis is. Nemesis runs at you. But instead he was on all fours? Like, that makes no sense. I don't get it. But other than that, I think Carlos... I felt like Carlos sounded exactly how he was. Nikolai was one of the high points of this game. Because we already knew Nikolai was kind of like a backstabber and stuff like that. Because he would somewhat support his men, then pretty much to kill them, because that's what he did. But in the end, he kind of was just pretty much a jerk the whole time, which was amazing. It fit his character so well throughout the entirety of the game. Mikhail was a great aspect of the game, showing he actually had a lot more care than being all like, down with these all and all that, blah, blah, blah. Tyrell was one of the main points as well. We all remember Tyrell. Depending on situations in Carlos when he goes to the hospital, Tyrell either dies to a bomb that is in the safe or is killed by Nikolai, but he has enough strength to pull the bomb and kill himself and try to take Nikolai with him. At this time, Tyrell actually goes with Carlos, and Carlos instead goes to the RPD station instead of Jill in this game, which I thought was really cool and more fitting. But with Tyrell stuck with you until it was time for pretty much the end game. You had to get a vaccine to stop the nuclear bomb hitting Raccoon City, where you will die. So for me, I think one of the best aspects was Tyrell being more involved with the story, Carlos getting to do stuff that Jill did in the original, Jill doing some things where it was different, and then Nemesis chases being more different and more offensive and stuff like that. The things I did not like about this game was, I think, just somehow way the game was structured, how linear it was. And my main, again, like I said, the main thing would have been just the cut content, man. You never really want to cut content from an original game, because that really kind of really hurts replay value. I think there is replay value still in this game. The only problem, like I said, is when so much out there, people, because obviously people speedrun games. People even speedrun Resident Evil games, which is actually true. And they'll be doing it on stuff like Hardcore and stuff like that. And there's not much. But for me, I definitely think this game was still great. If I was to give it an honest rating, from a viewing aspect / players aspect, I honestly give this game, like, I would say a solid 8. And one more thing that's really wrong with this game, it's only about 4.5. If you know what you're doing, it's about 4 hours. If you don't know what you're doing, it can take longer. But that's gonna be my review of Resident Evil 3. I recommend anyone who is a fan of this series to try it out. But that's gonna be for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.